faithful dove. This is the Sunday Zodiac Quickie early for next week. And I just wanted to apologize. I didn't come on last week because I have been having a medical issue with my arms for a year. Double carpal tunnel syndrome, which should have gotten operated on and did not because I had to move. And then compiled by that, I had a window fall on my left arm and it wasn't handled properly. So I ended up having severe tennis elbow plus double carpal tunnel syndrome. And basically, I'm on shots, cortisone shots, and physical therapy because I decided I could have had the surgery, but I decided to try the shots and therapy first, which should have been offered to me before. I have the cards all set up. I want to tell you about this week. This week's concentration is for anyone who resonates with it, but Aries, Leo, and Sag are indicated this week, and we're talking about you could be an Aries, Leo, Sag, or dealing with an Aries, Leo, Sag. Okay. First thing I need you to do, though, these are the yes or no cards. Which color resonates with you? Blue, green, or orange? Okay, remember that color. We'll be doing that. And we also have a blind spot card to look at. Basically, what these cards are saying this week is that you're on the right path. I know it seemed like you were on a path where there was resistance, but you're supposed to hold the course. Now, this doesn't mean staying in a toxic relationship, but this year at the beginning, January, is all about taking charge of your life. Keep shining your light, keep doing what you got to do for yourself, and hold the course, because I know you feel like the resistance that's coming to you is not helpful and not get you anywhere. But how I feel like you chose to go off to another path, but I feel like you keep being drawn in. It's almost like a human magnet back to this similar path. Some of you it's for work, some of you it's for relationships, but I feel like what the universe is. I feel like it's the universe and your guides. They're telling me that you're being pulled to what you're supposed to be doing. There's something that you haven't achieved or haven't completely worked out that you need to work out, but your light is shining brightly. That's the pull, and it does lead to your wish fulfillment. Okay, it is faded, and I'm getting that it's kind of like everyone who needs to step out of their comfort zone and stays in their comfort zone. Oh, I'm making excuses. Oh, I'm too old to do this. I don't know. This is all I know how to do. Well, what they're saying is, and I know this to be true because it happened to me, you have more talents than you know. I used to think that I could just be a teacher and that was it. And then I started feeling pulled, this very same pull in my mid-20s. And I went and I started trying other jobs. Back then we didn't have the internet. But now a beautiful thing is the internet, where you can put in what you love, keywords. What do you love so much that you would stand up for it if something happened to it? You put your skills in there, you put your loves in there, and with the word job, and out pops a whole description of jobs that you might qualify for. And yes, okay, don't laugh, because I had this happen before. Somebody said, well, yeah, go back to school at my age? Yeah, right. Look, I'm 49, and when I was a young girl, I had a fear of failure, even though I never failed anything I tried. So I took non-credit courses, which mean absolutely nothing. So I had to go back, and I'm in a completely different degree set than I was back then. Okay. I am in a business degree set, and I hope to be able to find the funding also to go back for my bachelor's in training and development. Yes, it's still teaching, but it's teaching grown-ups and developing programs, which I adore. So, and I've had older friends who've had to change careers, who've had to do things in their life that were different from their comfort zone to shake things up. And I'm talking about one of my friends is like 85. So if that person can do it, if those people can do it, so can you. Okay, but this is like something, it's not something that's like, we're not talking about toxic things, situations, toxic jobs, and toxic people. We're talking about something you keep feeling like is pulling you like like you're a human magnet. Okay, and every time you bounce off, you end up coming back to it. That's because there's something that's at the end of that path. There's something you need to finish, something you need to accomplish, and at the end of that path, your wish is still coming true. It's just you have to be more flexible. It's not coming true the way you designed it in your head. Okay, but it is coming. And it says that it just says break all ties with things that are not working for you. Some of you already have. And it says that you will reap what you sow. We know you've been out there doing the right thing. I really feel like this is something that it's nostalgia. It feels like home. It feels to me like close to home. It's the feeling, not necessarily that you're working close to home or you're going to be living close to home. It just feels like something that you just go, this is it, you know. And the advice, the dream cards just tell you that though the dream isn't coming true this exact moment, can you give it time? Can you follow your guides? Can you follow the leading? Because it's going to come true. It's just not going to come true in the way that you designed it to come true. Again, the universe, your guides, they can see the future. You cannot. It says in order to accomplish this, there's two cards that say that you need to let go and you need to clear the air. Doesn't necessarily mean that forgiving someone else for them. It means forgiving someone else for you. It means living authentically, speaking your truth of what you want. Don't hold yourself back so that he or she will stay in your life. Don't hold your unlimited possibilities back because this is a job that you have. It means keep that job until you find a better one, but be in search of a better life because it's telling you to dream bigger, ask for a little more out of your life. And even if you don't believe in yourself or believe that you can get it, have higher expectations, okay? Because that's going to build you up. It says the universe and your guides adore and love you and want you to know that they're leading you in the right direction. Again, it's not that it's not any resistance in the path, and it has nothing to do about toxic relationships, friendships, situationships, or work. It has to do about this pull that you've had. This, you know how a really strong magnet, remember in science class, grab that thing from across the wall. But it's like that. It's like, why? And you're like, why do I always keep coming back to this? Why can't I go on this path and be on this path? It's because you're going to get to your destination, but you have something to finish, something to accomplish, something. There's the pot of gold at the end of this rainbow. Just make sure that it's not anxiety. It's just a pull. You know what I mean? Have you ever, I don't know if you're, when you were little, if you did this, but if you lean against a wall for so long with your arm will and then you let go, your arm will naturally be drawn back to the wall, or if you turn sideways, it will be drawn up. Or, when your brother or sister used to take the balloon and rub it on your head and then they could make static and it's drawn, hook it to the wall, stuff like that. it's kind of like that kind of a pull. Also says, let go of the need to be right. Okay. Your way is not the only way. And you know what? Sometimes people don't care who's right or wrong, and you're wasting your energy anyway on those people who just want to talk to have something to say. And it's talking about dream and journey. All these cards are talking about getting to your destination, getting your dream, living your full life. But your guides want you to go a certain way, and they want you to be a little more open to following the path that they've chosen for you, that you're feeling drawn to. Now, which color did you choose? The yes or no cards: blue, green, or orange. Your deepest question for the week is heck no if you chose a blue. Yes, yes, yes if you chose green. And yes if you chose orange. Now let's take a look here. This is the card, blind spot card that I randomly chose. It is 23. 23, now listen to the full definition, is saying that, which kind of goes along with this, is saying that for whatever reason, maybe it's comfort zone, maybe you think you're too old to try something new, or maybe you want to be in more control of directing your life. It says that you know that there's more to you, but that you're holding yourself back. By some of you, it's by stubbornness. Some of you, it's a comfort zone. Some of you, it's fear. And some of you just don't think you have the ability to do anything else. And I'm going to tell you right now, you do. Get out there, do those searches, love yourself, want more for yourself, expect more coming to you, even if you don't feel you deserve it. Go ahead and ask for more from the universe, because you're not limited. You're really an unlimited being. And God didn't just give you the ability to be a teacher, to be a retail worker, to be this, to be that. And I can tell you, I learned so much. My path is so different than I started out. It was kids. I was babysitting since I was 8 years old. It was naturally moved into daycares and teaching. And I thought, this is all I know. This is all I feel comfort with. But then I got this calling. I just felt so led to do something else. And I've ran my own businesses, entrepreneurship. I have an old director who saw amazing assistant director qualities in me. So she taught me how to be in charge. I have worked for a ski resort. That was my dream, though. Oh, that was amazing. But in guest services, I have done retail. I have so many things I can do. And through all those experiences, I learned, hold on just a second. Through all those experiences, I learned I do have more talents. But then it was like, okay, you have all these experiences, because we didn't have internet back then. We have all these experiences and all these talents now. What makes me happy inside? Where is all this leading? And ultimately, I started out with the associates in a general business, and I want to help deserving people get jobs and work for a staffing company. But then I was looking at this degree, and I cross-referenced it on Google, and it said you can go from this degree into a bachelor's degree and training and development, developing training programs and training people in corporations, and like $65,000 a year. I'm like, yeah. But what really got me to go get my degree, because I was afraid. I did non-credit courses all my life because I was afraid of failure, and especially failing on someone else's money. But that is irrational. If you try, you're fine. And not everybody's cut out for college. You can go to technical school, you can take little classes, but and also for some of you, it's not talking about quitting your job. It's talking about if it's your career, that's the problem. Like for me, it became the fact that I was here in Pennsylvania, I was being paid. I had 20 some years experience and I was being paid $1.68 under the town's average. The board refused to give raises. And I knew I brought more to the table because I'm also an ordained minister. It just my experience alone, I should have been making 15 in a poor neighborhood, $15 to $20 an hour. But when you're in daycare, that was the job open in a small town. You don't make that much, and you don't get as much as you deserve. But it was like a slap in the face to be paid $1.68 under an hour. And it wasn't just me. There are teachers that had been at that daycare center for years and were being paid less than me. So I realized, Rick died suddenly. He had no savings. He had no life insurance plan. He had no funeral plan. And I didn't want that. I don't want to leave my family with bills. I don't want to live the rest of my life and not be able to retire. I don't want to be that woman that's almost 70 years old, still working in a daycare center and she can barely move. I want to retire. I want to travel. So it had to do with, I don't want to leave. The biggest thing I want to start on, because it started out before Rick died, because it was 2019 when I started. I don't want to live like this anymore. I don't want to be paid under what I'm worth. I don't want to be living paycheck to paycheck anymore. I want to be prepared for life. I want to be prepared for retirement, and I'm not. Okay, which means I've got to get my butt in gear and do the right things. So that's why I did this. And then after Rick passed, it was like, oh my gosh, what if something happened to me? My family would have to pay the expenses, and it's over $2,000 here just to be cremated. When my mother got cremated in 92, it was $600. It's like, I don't want people scrambling around. I want them to focus on the good parts of my life and remember me. I don't want to break their bank to pay for my death. So that's what drove me to really snap and go, you got to do this. Anyway, I just wanted you guys to know that, because I think it's important. Now, we all have our different reasons. But with the training and development thing, I was already doing that everywhere I worked. Somebody's like, oh, you're really good at training people. I didn't know you could get paid for it. Well, as soon as I found out I could get paid $65,000 a year with a bachelor's degree, that was like, wow. And I get to do what I'm already doing at every job. They're making me do it for free. So anyway, so that's what's up. So I'll get the associates first, but I got to look for funding and scholarships for the bachelor's. So y'all pray, because that's amazing. But just the associates is going to give me $35,000 a year. Think about that. You deserve more. My point is, you deserve more. Even if you don't think you can do it, you can do it. Things are different from when you were in school. I didn't give a you-know-what in school. I didn't give a crap. I had an attitude. And my attitude was always F this. So if I can do it, you can do it. If that 85-year-old can make changes that betters her life, you can do it too. Okay, it's not going to be easy sometimes to get started, but once you get in the routine and you get out of your comfort zone, you're going to be fine. And that's exactly what this is saying. This is saying, take the path, take the leading, take that when you feel like when you feel like you're a human magnet and being drawn back to the same path, there's a reason for it. All right, you guys, do me a favor. Tell me about your dreams. Tell me what you want to do with life. Tell me, did you get your degree? Tell me, are you going to get your degree? Tell me, I just want to know everything about you. I don't want to be the only one talking here. I love you guys. Have a beautiful week. I know this is out early. I don't know how I'm going to feel later, and I apologize for last week again. I just couldn't. My arm was killing me. It's like I couldn't even pick things up. I was breaking dishes, dropping. I was about to go get toddler dishes so that I could actually eat my food without dumping it. But if you guys ever had that, like carpal tunnel syndrome, tennis elbow? What did you do for it? All right. I made this site, this channel, so that we could talk. I wanted it to be something where we all discuss things. And I just want you to know that you're not alone. I'm here. Stresses of life, they're there. All right. I love you guys so much. I sound like a drunk person. I love you so much. Don't forget to check out the Micmac Show and subscribe over there. My cat, oh my gosh, I discovered my cat. It's not the catnip he gets high off of. He wants the catnip, but nothing happens. If I'm not there to play with him when the catnip is out, he just looks at me. So it's me that makes him wound up. Cats are crazy. Gotta love them. So get on over there to the Micmac Show. Just look up the Micmac Show and just take a look. He'll be super duper happy. Check you later.